is touching the truth.
Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Havix here, and today I'm going to be making another video on the Modern Warfare beta. And yeah, so I talked about this in the last video, but I found out that if you go into the options here and you go to controller, let's see, actually, where is it? Oh, no, right here. It's in general. If you go up here, you can see the input device. So, I'm not sure if this actually works or not, because, I mean, it does say it's locked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my keyboard and mouse and see if it actually lets me use it. If it does, that'll be really cool. If not, you know, it's not that big. Alright, let's plug those in. Alright, yes, it works. So if I switch over to keyboard and mouse, is that it? Alright, so there's no cursor, which is a little bit annoying, so you do have to use the arrow keys. I actually don't know what all of the things are here, but yeah, so a lot of people might get mad at this, saying, oh, it's unfair, and stuff like that. I don't feel like it's that big of a deal, you know? I mean, at least for the beta, because, I mean, there's no way to play it on PC until next weekend. So if you do play PC and you want to play the beta early, I mean, this is the only real way to, if that's all you're really used to. Let me actually see here. If I go to mouse, let's see, mouse acceleration 0, that's good. Mouse smoothing disabled. Let's see, what's the difference? Your mouse controls your aim in all axes. Controls aim. Oh, okay, so you could either make it like Doom controls or normal controls. I don't know why that's an option, but alright. If we go over here, apparently there's an FOV slider, which I do want to change. Actually, I don't know if there is. Which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it will get maybe a little bit annoying. Also, how do you go to these menus? Because that just changes the thing here, but there's menus up at the top, so I don't know. But I mean, that should be about good. So let's just go back, go into quick play. Oh, they added new stuff. So there's gunfight, realism, and then quick play. Realism hides all HUD elements. Gunfight, small team, multi-round cage matches. Okay, so I think this is the 2v2 mode, and then this is just normal quick play, and then that's like the hardcore type thing. So let's just go with that and try this out. Oh, I need to make sure. Okay, it is changed. This is definitely going to be a little bit weird because I think the game runs at 30 FPS. The FOV is really, I mean, it's not that zoomed in. In the recent games, they've zoomed it out a little bit more. Like in Black Ops 3, I think by default it was on 90, which is what most people play on PC. But I don't know about this game. I hope it's not too low, because that'll be kind of weird. I mean, there's got to be something that gives keyboard and mouse players a little bit of a disadvantage. I mean, at least we don't have aim assist. That would be just broken. Let's go down here. I keep trying to press enter. I don't know what the key is to select stuff, so I'm just going to have to use the controller. Alright, let's see. Does this... I can move, but... Oh, it's because my mouse is not good. Give me a second. I need to get another mouse. Okay, now we're good. For whatever reason, Corsair mice do not work with PS4. I still don't know the reason for that, but it is going to be a little bit weird getting used to this one, because I've used this mouse like once. The sensitivity is really low, so let me change that. There is a cursor. Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering. Let's change the sensitivity to like... I mean, it's in the menu, it's really high, but then once you get into the game, it's super low. But let's try this out. It is really odd, you know, playing this game with keyboard and mouse, because, I mean, this is the first time I've tried it. But, I mean, at least I'll get, like, a little bit of a feeling for how the PC beta is going to be next weekend. Which also, it is cross-platform, so it doesn't put me at a huge advantage, because, I mean, it's, yeah, in outside mouse sensitivity. I don't know what that does. Let's see. Don't want that. Let me try turning this up just a little bit. Let's go like 3.5 or 3.45, I guess is all I'm going to be able to get. These here, keybinds, they're all good. Oh wait, I need to change. See if I go to weapon. Next weapon, we're going to make that E. And then, let's see, melee, I'm gonna make V. Okay. I think we should be good there. Yeah, this feels a lot more like what I'm used to. The sensitivity is still kind of low. Like, it's really weird, because in the menu, it's super fast. Then you get into the game, and it's like this. I don't know if that's just an option that I have set, or that I don't have set, I guess. But, oh, game's over, so it doesn't matter. It is kind of cool that you are able to use keyboard and mouse, though. I wish a lot more console games did this. People will say that it puts you at a disadvantage, but I mean, if you feel like you're at that much of a disadvantage playing with a controller, you could just as easily get a $2 keyboard and mouse from, like, Goodwill, plug that in, and play better. You know what I mean? It's not like some people can do it and some people can't, you know? It's like with the Zim 5 or whatever it was called, where you could plug a keyboard and mouse into any console and play it like that. That was a little bit unfair, but then since everyone has access to it, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, that's just me though. Some other people might say that, you know, this is the worst thing that they've ever done and it should be removed, but I don't think it's that bad. There's also text chat, which is kind of cool, because I think that's the only way to access it. So, oh, there's actually a ton of people using keyboard and mouse in here. That's cool. I didn't think there would be anyone, but like half the lobby is. So that kind of explains why I was getting absolutely destroyed earlier today. One other thing that I wanted to talk about in this video is that they added a new attachment onto the snipers, which actually make them 100 times better. So before, the scope in time was really bad. That's what I was talking about in the last video. But they ended up adding a pistol grip to the snipers. I don't know why it's called a pistol grip. But they ended up adding a grip onto the snipers, which actually make them like scoping almost twice as fast. I didn't notice it at first. I was like, okay, this is still a little bit slow. But once you get used to it, it's pretty much just like all the other CODs. I mean, it's just weird with how the scope in animation is. You know, you don't have to wait for it to scope all the way in. There's no black scope around the outside for you to tell when you're fully scoped in. But you can shoot maybe a quarter of a second before the scope is fully up, and it's 100% accurate. Like that, you see? It's just, like, you get used to it, and it's actually really nice feeling. Also with keyboard and mouse, I mean, this game feels great. I actually might get this on PC now. I was talking about in the last video how I was kind of mad with the snipers and how they weren't all that great. Now that I get to, 1, play it with keyboard and mouse, and 2, use that new attachment that makes you scope in faster, it's not bad. And there also might be more attachments that make you scope in faster. I don't know, because there's still a ton of stuff that we don't have access to. Or there could be other snipers that scope in faster than this one, kind of like the Kar98 in MWR and stuff. So really no way of knowing right now, but so far it's not even that bad. Even though in the last video I made it seem like it was really bad just because we didn't have access to the pistol grip thing on here or anything like that, so I was just stuck with the super slow aim in. Which also, there is stopping power, I think is what it's called. It's the pretty much that perk from the first 2 Modern Warfare games. It might even be in the 3rd game, I'm not sure. But you can get that, but it's not as like an actual perk. It's as one of these little things in the bottom right. I have the ammo crate, and that's what pretty much everyone else is using. But you can get stopping round bullets. Alright, I don't know why this dude's whistling, but that's kind of annoying. I'm just really surprised that you can use keyboard and mouse on console. That's something that I've only really seen like 5 games do it, and those are Fortnite, Minecraft, I'm pretty sure. Actually, those are the only 2 I've ever seen do it. I've never seen like a first-person shooter allow you to do that. I know there was, I think with Overwatch, they were saying that they're only going to allow it if the consoles natively support it, which they do now, so I don't know if they've ever done that or not. I'm not sure. I don't play Overwatch, and the only console I have it on is PC, so I don't know. Let me know if there are any other games that actually do this, because I know Fortnite does, but that's the only one. That's also one of the only cross-platform games I can think of, other than like maybe Rocket League, I think, which I don't even know about that. Yeah, I just think that's just really cool, and it's fun being able to play with keyboard and mouse and stuff, because, you know, normally you're not able to do that. The only issue I have is that my keyboard and mouse take up 2 ports, and I only have 2 ports on my PS4, so I can't plug in a headset, which is obviously a little bit of a problem if I'm playing this game with like my friends. So I need to get like a powered USB hub or something like that, so I'm actually able to play. Because right now I just have the sound coming out of my speakers, and that's not really the greatest for being able to hear around you. Okay, aim is awesome. But yeah, it's not the greatest for, 1, being able to hear around you, and 2, you can't really plug in a microphone at all. But yeah, I just really do like the whole idea of cross-platform games, because, especially with PC, I'm one of my only friends who plays PC, or at least plays it often. I mean, I have some friends that have PCs, but they don't play a ton of games on them. And I still want to be able to play with those friends, and it's just nice being able to, even when we're on different consoles and stuff. Or you got the people who are on PS4, but their friends have Xbox and stuff like that. Also, this missile is a lot easier to use with keyboard and mouse. It just feels really weird when you're using a controller. Because for whatever reason, I feel like it should be inverted. Like the vertical input should be inverted, but it isn't, so it really messes me up, and I always end up hitting like the wrong area of the map. With this new attachment and everything though, like the game is 100 times better than it was yesterday when I was playing. Or at least yesterday before they ended up adding this stuff. So, seems like they're now either adding stuff in based on what people like and don't like, or they're actually just releasing things that were already in the game. So I don't know if they've actually really made any changes that weren't already going to be in the game. I know the whole minimap thing, they were like experimenting with it because they didn't know if people would like it or not. And I'm happy that everyone agreed on that not being a good idea, because not having a minimap slows down the game a ton, and you know, Call of Duty is supposed to be a lot more fast-paced, so yeah, not having a minimap should stay to, you know, maybe Search and Destroy. I can see Search and Destroy not having a minimap, but like I don't see like Free for All and Team Deathmatch not having one. I feel like that's just kind of stupid. Let me just yeet someone with this cruiser missile real quick. I do like the animation there. It's a lot nicer than the other ones where it just appears out of nowhere. That's kind of a common theme with this game. I was talking about this in either the last video or the first video I made on here, but the animations are really smooth in this game, and I like it. My aim is not very smooth. One thing I'm not really happy with is the whole, you know, 75 kills TDM. I wish they'd go back to 100. I know 75 is what it kind of always was, but in the few games where it was set to 100, I liked that a lot more. Or maybe if you do like a Ground War TDM, it should be like 100 or 150 or something. I'm not sure if it actually is. I know there is a Ground War type mode, but that's only for domination. Also, I was talking about this. Some of these things, I don't remember if I was talking about them in the video or not, but I really hope that they do end up adding some sort of like war mode. If you guys have played COD World War II, there's this war mode which is like really fun, where you have to like defend certain objectives and, you know, stop people from going through. I really hope they add something like that to this game, but I don't really know how that would work out, because there were 3 maps specifically made for war mode on COD World War II, and I don't know if that would really work on here. But it was just a fun mode that I hope they bring back at some point. Anyway, I'll show you guys that attachment that I was talking about. So if you go here and you go to the gunsmith, I was talking about how I liked the way that they did this. They don't just have the normal, you know, weapon attachments. They have pretty much perks that you can get on these weapons. So if you go to the gunsmith, you can see I have sleight of hand, which makes you reload faster, and then I got the pistol grip right here, which increases your ADS speed and sprint to fire speed. This, if you do any type of sniping, 100% you need that. The bipod you don't really need. I just put that on because I could. Some of these actually have aim down sight speed, you know, get lower when you put them on, so make sure you watch out for that if you're gonna put some type of silencer on your weapons. They did add a new optic, but it's not all that great. It's pretty much just a different type of ACOG, but those also increase your aim down sight speed, so I like how it shows you exactly what they do, because in some of the games it wasn't 100% clear. Like the ballistics tracker, I know they had like a little description there, but it wasn't 100% clear what it did. But on there, it would show the description of it, and then it would just say pros decreases aiming sway or something like that. And then cons, maybe it's heavier, so then you'd scope in slower or something. I don't know. But I just like how they have those little things there showing exactly what they do. And I'm happy that they actually ended up adding attachments that help out with the aim down sight speed, because like I was saying before, that was not good in the last version. Yeah, like my main worry with the whole keyboard and mouse thing is that you wouldn't be able to change the FOV and it would be kind of weird, but actually playing, it's not bad. And also there's an option to turn off mouse acceleration, which I'm pretty sure Fortnite didn't have, so when you played that game, your mouse acceleration was terrible if you were using keyboard and mouse on console. Which, I mean, some people are used to that. I'm personally not. I think it gets kind of annoying. But, yeah, I mean, like I was saying, like I've been saying, keyboard and mouse feels really nice. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty excited to try this out on PC. And the new attachments and everything for the snipers really help out and make it a ton more fun, usable, easy, pretty much everything. So that's probably where I'm going to end this video, because I've been recording for 25 minutes. So if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of all this stuff. If you guys don't like the idea of keyboard and mouse on console, there is a little option that you can do to only play with console players, so that can get rid of that. I think it might also take out keyboard and mouse players. I'm not sure how that works. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
I'm all alone again, out of my own again, running from home again. You always telling me you can do better, shut up and show me then. I don't got time for this, I laid on the line for this, told you in confidence, all of my secrets and all of my woes. You took all of my soul, I'm on the road.